So you beat Darkrai, you got to the end of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Explorers of Sky. Now what? There are still a couple of things you can do. 7 Wonders, which I've never heard of. Recruiting every Pokemon, which will be kinda hard, so I will leave that to the end. There's also Guild Master rank, which I am working on it. Destiny Tower, which I don't know where it is or how to access this. And last is Zero Isle. These you immediately see in the list of places you can explore, and you go there. And then you see this warning. They tell you you won't gain any experience, you can't bring any items, and you can't recruit, and you'll go back to level 1. Damn, this sounds like a challenge. So today, let me show you what lies in Zero Isle North. Now the restrictions on this island is that you can't gain any experience, and you won't be able to recruit any team member. So my team that I'm rocking right now is my starter Donphan, which is full with the all IQs. My partner Snorlax, which is also full with the IQs. And 2 of my favorite Pokemons, Lantern, which has a terrible ability, which you will see later in the video. And Gliscor, my favorite Pokemon. We go to Zero Isle North, and the first few levels, they go pretty easy because, well, mons at the first few levels are low level, and I just go out pressing A, doing like around 50 damage every time I press A, and it only takes a couple of presses, so there's no problem, except for that Perish song Smoochum. Those are kind of scary. There was one case where one Smoochum actually froze me. And in that particular case, yes, the turn were taking pretty quickly, so I was kind of scared. I was thinking, well, this is it, I'm gonna lose. But you just have to use a regular move and you'll be fine. There were a couple of monster houses at the beginning, but Earth Power and Discharge could get the job done, so there was no problem. Now, one issue I encountered throughout this run was that when you have 4-mon, a 4-mon team is kind of hard to control them, especially if they have the go after foes tactic. And sometimes when you're in line in the tunnel, one of them gets, the last one usually goes the other way, and it's very difficult to control them. You have to go back and you lose a bunch of time just trying to get them back. Now, for the 15 floors, and I tried to get more serious. Luckily, I do have this nice ability, Intimidator. If you see in the clip right here, you will see that mon after mon, they keep coming at me, but the Intimidator activity actually works pretty well. It doesn't let them attack me at all, which is really nice. If you are on the 20th floor and above, please be aware of wide rooms and Driflims, because they use Ominous Wind, and if you don't know, Ominous Wind gives the user a boost in pretty much every stats, and if Driflim uses it, it will get a boost every single time. Not guaranteed, but it's just terrible. And with the team I was running, my Lantern, by having Illuminate, basically Illuminate is an ability where if the Pokemon gets hit, it will spawn more Pokemon in the room. This is a good ability if you're trying to farm for something, but here it's kind of bad because it just spawned a Raichu that disabled. It spawned a Raichu that had Lightning Rod, and I couldn't use this charge, so therefore my 2 favorite mons just disappeared. Then from the 30th floor and above, you start to see some starters evolve. At first I didn't pay much attention to them, but then I encountered these Charmeleons, which if you kept pressing down A, you bring them down to Blaze, and they do quite a lot of damage. So I gotta be careful with those abilities, Blaze, Torrent, and Overgrown. Now on the 40th floor, you start to see a lot of fully evolved Pokemons, and you have to be careful with those starters fully evolved because they carry Heat Wave, they carry Petal Blizzard, and me being a dumb fan, I am not very fond of Petal Blizzard. So on the 40th floor, I ain't messing around, I'm just using the best moves I had. Then I found this Typhlosion, and I don't know why my dumbass was thinking just, okay, let me just press A. Then he uses Eruption, and I was like, okay, this is getting serious, I better try and kill him fast. And he uses Blast Burn and hits a freaking crit and just one-shots me. And I was really on shock. I didn't think I was gonna lose or die because, well, I'm a level 100, but yes, that's what happened. On my first try, I couldn't get to the top, whatever the top is, but that's what happened. I lost to a Typhlosion. On my second round, well, I couldn't pack many apples because I didn't want to use my big apples. I don't know why not. So I just brought a couple, then a lot of elixirs because now I know there will be a lot of traps. A lot of gummies because I want to raise my Lantern's IQ. And I'm going to say goodbye to Gliscor. Same strategy, okay? Just press A, and then and so on, you start using regular moves. But on the third floor, I just started really bad with this Mujim, and I just hated it. I almost died just on the third floor, which was pretty crazy. Now, because I didn't bring many apples, I was relying heavily on grimy food, which well, it's a good strategy. You just have to get to the stairs and eat grimy food before you move on, and then the debuffs will go away and your belly gets full. After the 10th floor, I wasn't messing around, so I just started using full moves. Yeah, I wasn't just pressing A. Then there was this funny moment where I encountered 4 Armaldos consecutively, which was really hilarious. I was like, what's going on? Why did I get 4 Armaldos in a row? That was really funny. Then on the 20th floor, I got my revenge on Raichu and Driflim, which is very well deserved. I avenged my fallen favorite Pokemons, and I hope I don't see them again ever, those Driflims and Raichu. Then around the 20th floors, I encountered a Kulava, and that gave me PTSD, so as soon as I saw it, I immediately used Earth Power and just banished that to go back to hell, where they belong. After that Kulava, we encountered this monster house, which was full of Kulavas. It's no problem, I just have to use the Earth Power. But in this monster house, there's a Claydol which has Levitate, and it's kind of annoying because I cannot heat it with my Earth Power. So I had to bring in my Lantern in the room before it attacks it, and it wasn't that easy as you think. That Claydol had Earth Power of its own, and it was really difficult to get it to work, to hit it in fact. So my Lantern goes down and I use my first Reviver Seed. That brings me down to 2 last Reviver Seeds, which is fine. Now from the 30th floor on up, everything goes pretty smoothly, and then we go back to the 40s. So in the 40s, I am aware that a lot of Pokemons are going to be fully evolved, and I am not going to mess around, so I'm going to hit them as hard as I can as soon as possible. Now there's a plot twist because I didn't bring many apples and the grimy food I was eating is mostly running out. I was hungry, and my HP was going down. Yes, so every time I took a step, my HP went down. So I just kept going. And I was checking through my bag just to see if there was something I could eat, but I just decided to, you know what, let it go down. I'll have my Reviver Seed help me and get back to full, no problem. It's better than wasting my other items. So I go down, and my second Reviver Seeds revives me, obviously. Now, I found this one-room orb, and I think most of you have used it before, but basically this orb makes the whole dungeon a one room, okay? And you can see every Pokemon that is in the room. This was a really bad mistake because there were Dragonites, there were Walreins who have room clearing moves that hit my whole team pretty hard. Because of this, me using this stupid one-room orb, I lost my last reviver seed, but at least I didn't lose Lantern. I kept going, and then above the 50s floor, I was just, anytime I see an elixir, I was just chugging that shit down because I was so afraid I would run out of moves, and I didn't want to be in a really bad position. I found this monster house. It was fine. It wasn't anything too difficult. They had a lot of gummies right there. Luckily, I had the eye drop seed, which lets me see the traps, so that made it easier to navigate. And after eating all the gummies, Lantern just learned Stair sensor ability, which this crap is broken. Let me tell you. So every time you go up the stairs, after you spawn in the next room, it will show an arrow pointing at the direction of the stairs, so you just have to go all that way, and you'll find the stairs. And this made it so easy. It took me probably 30 minutes to get from 1 to 40th floor, and then from the 50 and above, it only took me like 10 minutes. So as you see here, I just kept finding the stairs, no problem. And then from floor 70, I found this little Salamence trying to hit me in the Sandstorm. But the thing that this Salamence doesn't know is that my Donphan has Sand Veil, and Sand Veil erases your evasiveness, which makes you really hard to hit. And this poor Salamence was trying to hit me with Draco Meteor or any other move, and he just wasn't doing it. And then at the end, it turns out that Zero Isle North is actually just 75 floors, which is kind of nice, not 100th floor. I've never cleared the 100th floor before in this game. So what do you get at the end? Well, you get a golden mask and a wonder chest and a bunch of evolution items. The golden mask promotes recruiting. I don't think you can throw it away, which is great. I don't know if you, after dying, fainting, you lose it. I don't want to test that out. And the wonder chest, if you don't know, it just gives you some bonus XP, which my Donphan doesn't need, but it's good to have if you want to level Pokemons to 100, which I plan to do pretty well, not soon, because I still want to do the other island. But that was Zero Isle North. Quite the adventure. It took me a couple of days to finish this because I do work. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun trying to beat this island, and I will do the same for the next one. I still haven't decided which one I'm gonna do, but I will complete all these islands.